In the heart of a bustling metropolis, there was a narrow, winding alley known as Midnight Alley. It was a place of shadows, where the city's lights barely reached and where strange things were said to happen after dark. The alley had earned its name because at the stroke of midnight, a ghostly figure was often seen lurking in the darkness, a cat, with fur as black as coal and eyes that glowed like emeralds. The stories of the Feline Phantom began many years ago, with a woman named Eliza who lived in a small apartment at the end of the alley. Eliza was a quiet woman who kept to herself, but she had a soft spot for stray animals, especially cats. She had a particular fondness for a large black cat that she named Shadow. Shadow was always by her side, prowling through the alley at night, and the two were inseparable. But one fateful night, Eliza disappeared without a trace. Her apartment was found abandoned, and Shadow was never seen again. Some said she had been taken by the spirits that haunted the alley, while others believed she had met a darker fate. From that night on, the alley became a place of fear, avoided by all but the bravest or most desperate souls. It wasn't long after Eliza's disappearance that the first sightings of the Feline Phantom were reported. People who wandered into the alley at midnight would often see the ghostly black cat, its eyes glowing eerily in the dark. Those who encountered it spoke of a cold, unnatural presence that sent shivers down their spine. The cat would watch them for a moment, then vanish into the shadows as suddenly as it had appeared. As the years passed, the legend of the Feline Phantom grew. Some claimed that the cat was a guardian, protecting the alley from those with ill intent. Others believed it was a harbinger of doom, bringing misfortune to anyone who crossed its path. The alley became known as a cursed place, where reality seemed to blur with the supernatural. One evening, a young journalist named Tom decided to investigate the legend for a story. He was a skeptic, believing that the tales of the Feline Phantom were nothing more than urban legends. Armed with a camera and a notebook, he ventured into Midnight Alley, determined to debunk the myth once and for all. As he explored the narrow passage, he felt a strange chill in the air, as if the shadows themselves were watching him. Midnight was fast approaching, and the alley was eerily silent, save for the distant hum of the city. Tom found a spot to sit and wait, his eyes scanning the darkness for any sign of movement. At the stroke of midnight he saw it, a pair of glowing green eyes staring at him from the shadows. The Feline Phantom had appeared. Tom's heart raced as he lifted his camera, but as he tried to take a picture, the cat began to move. It slinked toward him with an almost predatory grace, its eyes never leaving his. Tom felt an overwhelming sense of dread, but he forced himself to stay calm. The cat stopped just a few feet away, its glowing eyes piercing through the darkness. For a moment they simply stared at each other, and Tom felt as if the cat was looking into his very soul. Then, without warning, the cat turned and disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind only the echo of its soft footfalls. Shaken, Tom returned home, his mind racing with what he had just witnessed.